Hello everyone and welcome back to Polynerdic Plays. As you can see, we're starting a brand new game today, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I have heard a lot about this game, some good, some bad, some middling opinions of it. No one's ever really said the game is awful, but people have complained about a number of things in it while praising other things. It's just one of those games that appears to be either you loved it or you just thought it was alright. We're going to play till 10 a.m. That means this first installment is going to come in at just over 40 minutes. So let me set my alarm now. For 9 a.m. Set that. Vibrate only. Alright. Here we go. Let's get into it. I got my headphones on because this is a game that suggests that for the voices in your head to talk to you. It's a game about psychosis, ostensibly. I mean, there's other things going on, but it's definitely, one of the very first screens you see is about the sensitive subject matter of the game. So let's get into it, see where it takes us. I think every time I type this, I put an extra N in Senua. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced.
Hello. Who are you? Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why isn't she coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. You're coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Yes. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her.
Oh, the voices are unnerving.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it? What is she thinking?
I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel it.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Well, it's certainly a good-looking game. For the most part.
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Alright, I dig Norse mythology, so this is pretty awesome. Did I? Oh no, she automatically did that.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
It was a weird transition.
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. It's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
He's there, you know.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. He's dead. But his soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants her soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest. He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to save him. She'll never make it to Helheim. Do you know where
The
you
bridge
are?
to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Alright, I like it so far. Of course, I haven't experienced any of the combat yet. I hear that's one of the weak points in the game. But atmospherically speaking, man, this game's something else. Those fucking voices make my skin crawl.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
That's the way.
God, the fucking voices. Whew. So creepy. I don't know how well they're coming across on the broadcast. I have no clue about that, but they're certainly in my ears.
You don't know where you're going. Get down.
What's she waiting for? Why did she do that?
She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. Never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
You have to take a closer look to see.
I can see one.
She needs to
Hold
focus
it in your
now.
mind's
She needs to
eye.
use her eyes.
Find one like it to open the gate.
He's not there. Give her hidden secret.
It's near. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
It worked!
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. What good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just...
Alright, so first death.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Such an interesting aspect of Norse mythology that if you died anyway other than battle, you were sent here. Like to get sick was bad.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself?
What if like there's gonna be a fight here?
And goddess that rules over Helheim.
Considering the achievement says the fight begins.
Whatever horrors lie behind that door. She must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Ah, yep, enemy.
He can read it. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike it.
Oh, fucking smoke guys. Ah, shit. Okay, you have to lose that fight? God, that corruption's awful looking.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time. The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillion taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind.
Yeah, except for the voices.
And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillion,
legends say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Bet you weren't expecting that. I like that line. Alright. Let's go see the illusion fella.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Okay, fine. If I must.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Back here. The bridge that I will eventually lower. I see a thing. I'm not ignoring you completely.
It's a door. No, it's no, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it down. Come on. Come on. Push it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
Interesting. Gonna need that shortly, I bet.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Something's different.
The door's open.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged.
I admit the pacing of this game is not helping my sleepiness.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it
Oh,
can see you too.
that's like peer into the abyss and the abyss peers back, man. Hey, one of these fellas.
He's gone!
I like how they show damage. Oh man. Got a little cocky there and I didn't dodge in time.
It's nearly over. Finish it. Don't let them get behind you. Keep them in sight.
Alright, the combat is kind of repetitive.
Finish this. Finish this. Finish it. Surprise him.
That was some repetitive ass combat. It was still fun.
The
Simple but
Northmen
fun.
won't stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
What are we looking for?
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's all different now.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
How do I get up there? That's the big question. That seems obvious. I need to get up there. Question is how. Alright, I'm getting the buzz that it's break time, so I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of Hellblade in just a short minute. I apologize, I'm pretty fucking tired, so just give me a second, and we'll be right back.